I'd like to show you now is what we call a high tensile slip knot. With high tensile wire, if you wrap it in a very small radius, you lose some of the strength of the wire. So what we recommend is a high tensile slip knot, which retains the strength of the wire so it doesn't have an opportunity if you have a severe impact on the downside of the fence, say a vehicle runs into your fence, which is fairly common on rural roads, you have an opportunity not to lose the fence here at the post and have two repairs to make. If they booger up the fence down there, sometimes they don't even mess up the fence depending on how they hit it. But if it does booger up, you just cut a piece out, splice it in, pull it up tight again, you're done. But if you just come around the post and wrap it and don't do anything else, it's possible that the wire may break or come loose. Okay, first thing, Larry, I wanted to show you is you want to take a wire. I'm going to use the second wire.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of scooch up the fence because I had a little bit of lean over here on the top. And where I want to make the knot hold on is going to be right basically where it crosses.
Okay.
Where the wire comes around and crosses itself. It's going to be right there in that little dimple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back around here and I'm going to bend that wire one time. And I'll make a little V. And I take that V and I bend it back and now I have a Z.
Okay.
Now this is a methodology that it has its purposes. The first wire, the first bend,
just to hold your fence.
It's just made to hold the position so I'm not fighting with movement of wire. Secondly, I'm going to take this little tail right here in my hand and I'm going to push it up and I'm going to kind of squeeze that little V right there to push the wire up behind itself. And that second loop, guess what it's for? It's for me to put my finger or thumb in there and pull that wire through. Okay. Now once I pull that wire through, again, it's on the back side of the wire next to the post. I've got a little bump right there that possibly could interfere with me being able to wrap it the way I want to. So I straighten it out a little bit. I've got a little loop right here, and I'll take that vertical piece of wire and I'll lay it straight down the fence line going back this way. And then I'll get up here about anything about a dime coin to a quarter coin in width is good. And then I pull it back through this bottom hole underneath. And then as I stand it up, I'm going to make a little L shape in that wire. And what that does for me, that gives me a pull point.
Okay.
Because if I grab the wire right here, again, it's high tensile. It doesn't always cooperate like a more malleable wire. It's a very stiff wire, so you have to give yourself some leverage. Take that corner right there, and I usually use my thumb, and I'll let it wrap around that other wire. And as you can see, I'll just slide my index finger down there and replace my thumb. Come around.
Keep that wrap going.
Just keep it going, make a couple of wraps, then go straight down, bring it back. Now you got a little crank handle, and you just crank it down the fence line, and it'll break off. And that's a high tensile slip knot. And the purpose of that knot is, look here. It's not stationary. It doesn't hold itself in one place. So when you have an impact on the fence or the fence is jerking and the pressure is brought to bear right here, if it's just wrapped, it doesn't move and it puts a lot more pressure right there. But this has the ability to move and bounce, and that pressure and all that energy is dissipated in these crimps bouncing up and down in the fence.